Hello everyone, we're here tonight at Pocono Raceway for race number 4 of the SuperStar ARCA Cup Series. And now we have a new ARCA car in iRacing. It's going to be the first race with the new ARCA car in the SuperStar ARCA Cup Series. But first off, qualifying underway here at the tricky triangle. 5 minutes sets, 2 laps of your fastest lap time right now. Samuel Hoff on the racetrack right now. He had the fastest lap in practice. Gonna try to set another fast lap here in qualifying. A little bit in new car, obviously the new dash in front with the digital dash, see all the information there. Through turn 3 he goes, off of turn 3 down the front straightaway. Lap time's coming in pretty shortly now. It's a 54 flat for Samuel Hoff for his first lap. And here comes lap times flying in right now. Alex Ernson in second right now. Azio Walters in third as Nate Bogus goes top of the board with a 53.962. Now Donnie Kite top of the board. So can any of these drivers go any quicker on their second lap? Let's see if the second lap is quicker than the first. Samuel Hoff goes back up top of the board to 53.680 as Alex Anderson get across the line here shortly. He does. He does not. He does improve. He goes to second. Donnie Kite got across the line. He does not improve his lap time. So right now Samuel Hoff on top of the board for now. Got a few other drivers on the racetrack. John Peterson is one of them. Down the front straightaway he goes. Could be a 54.720 looks like. But his lap is invalidated. So most drivers have set a lap. Craig Martin on his second lap here. Right now in pretty much middle of the field of 18th. Down the front straightaway he goes. Will he be able to improve his lap time? He will by 0.2 of a second, and that puts him up to E14, up 4 positions there. Whereas still, Samuel Hoff on pole position with 40 seconds left in the session. Michael James crossing the line now in 31st. Not going to be able to get another lap in. John Peterson coming across the line. Can he set a lap time here? It's going to be a 54.404. I'll put him around the 20th spot, 24th, the exact. And with 20 seconds left, not a lot of time for most of these drivers to set a lap. I think to Wayne Young, he should be able to get his lap in here just at the last moments. It's going to be very close though for that 8 machine coming off of turn 3 here at Pocono. I don't think he's got enough time. He comes across line, just not enough. But Samuel Hoff will win the Rogue Energy Pole Award as he wins the pole here at Pocono. As right now, these drivers green up for qualifying, but I gotta mention Samuel Hoff wins the Rogue Energy Pole Award. And are you ready to take your sim racing to the next level? Rogue Energy is the ultimate gaming energy drink loaded with vitamins, minerals, and amino acids. Get laser-like focus, increased motivation, and a longer endurance to excel on the racetrack. Whether you're battling for the lead or perfecting your lap times, Rogue Energy gives you the edge you need. Use code REF at checkout for 10% off your purchase. Don't just play, dominate with Rogue Energy. As drivers grid up here for heat number 1, we'll take a quick look at our grid there as Donnie Kite will be on pole position for this Heat 1 race. And alongside him will be Nathan Johnson in the 19 machine. Hunter Sr. will be 3rd, Jared Skinner 4th. Cliff Adams 5th, Ryan Sauer in 6th. Blake McClung 7th, John Russo in 8th. Jacob Wilson 9th, Christian Swager in 10th. Michael Malm 11th, Travis Sheed 12th. Tyler Martin 13th. Bryce Holmcomb in 14th. Jason Rushing 15th. Zachary Tyler in 16th. And Mark Kofield will round up the 17-car field here for heat number 1. So heats tonight will be 6 laps in the length. As this will be the first time we see the new ARCA car on the racetrack in this league, so a lot different than the old ARCA car. Bigger spoiler, a lot more draft, and I think it handles a lot differently. I have not driven yet, just got it pretty much 30 minutes ago, so we'll see how it races. I think it'll be a lot more closer, a lot more, I guess, a lot less of a skill gap in my opinion than the old ARCA car. Old ARCA car was just a lot looser, just a lot more driver dependent, I would say. These ones, a lot more like the Gen 6, a lot more, not necessarily non-skill, but you can draft up to people a lot better, but it's also a lot tighter with a bigger spoiler and with a new body. But we'll see how the racing here is at Pocono. Great track to test it out for the first race of the season in these new cars, and we'll see a glimpse of what will come up here in the 6-lap heat. As Donnie Kite will take us to the green this time. Ice pace track pulls on the pit road. And away we go for heat number 1 here at Pocono. Donnie Kite blocks Hunter Sr. there on the bottom lane for a split second. Sr. pokes his nose to the inside of the 2 machine, but not going to be enough as they go through 1 and 2. Fading out big time. Down 1 and 2. Turn 1, excuse me, not turn 2, but down and back straight away they go. And still alongside is Nathan Johnson as Donnie Kite does clear for the race lead going into turn 2. The tunnel turn as fading out way wide there. Outside lane, definitely not the place you want to be in the tunnel turn right there in turn 2. Turn going into turn 3 right here as Donnie Kite will lead us to lap number 2. And like I mentioned, this is a very quick race. Only 6 laps in total, so about 5 minutes in on the track. So not a lot of time to make your moves early. But they're still pretty close together here after lap 1. No major incidents at all. way up the racetrack some of those drivers go through turn 1. But Nathan Johnson under attack from Hunter Sr. in second. That's side by side behind Cliff Adams and Ryan Sauer there. And I believe it's the top 11 make it through to the main event. But Donnie Kite looking to try to pull away from the rest of the field right now, doing a good job so far. You have about 0.3 of a second over Nathan Johnson. Has just completed lap number 2, coming to lap 3 as they're all the way to the bottom trying to break the draft here. With that bigger spoiler, that's definitely something you'll see here tonight. So here comes Hunter shooting out to the inside. Actually, that's Jared Skinner, excuse me, to the inside of Nathan Johnson. Side by side off of turn 1 down the back straight, where they go. Donnie Kite still working both lanes, making sure no one gets his draft, and is able to catch up to that 2 machine out in front. It was 3 wide, big move for Blake McClung as around goes Cliff Adams, and that's a big one right there. Jared Skinner involved. Cliff Adams hard on the outside wall. Skinner still spinning, and that's a massive wreck down off of turn 2. Only a handful of drivers got through that. Travis Sheed, Michael Malm, and everyone else destroyed off the exit of turn 2 there. So let's just see what happened. I mean, just a big pile up of cars there off of turn 2. They all start up there. Up ahead is 3 wide from Blake McClung, just clipped the right rear, or clipped the left front of Jared Skinner, which got into Cliff Adams and everyone else trying to drive through. And since there's no cautions in these heat races, you can't afford to really check up too much. You're going to lose so much time. As it feels really spread out, the top 5 have pulled away, as they're all within a second of each other, but everyone else very spread out. I think I was told the top 11 make it, I believe, in these heat races. So as the battle for the race lead continues on, as here comes Ryan Sauer to the back bumper of Donnie Kite. As he's got around Nathan Johnson as the top 5 really pull away from the rest of the field, and they form the pack of their own. And I think we're going to see a lot of pack racing kind of here tonight between these drivers, and not a lot of spread out racing like we probably would see in the ARCA car. The old ARCA car spreads out a lot more than these new ones. So I think we'll see a lot more packed up racing, especially at a track like Pocono with long straightaways here with the big spoiler. And Nathan Johnson and Ryan Sauer battling out for second. No one's been able to catch up to Donnie Kite. He's kind of had a 2-10, 3-10 lead this whole race so far. Started from pole, get a lead to the white flag this time by. This guy goes inside to break the draft. As they're single file trying to work together to catch up to Donnie Kite up ahead, and they have caught up to him. Will look to the inside? No, he won't. Johnson stays behind. But he's right on his back bumper there off of turn 1. Does side draft him down the back straight away he goes. I think he's to the inside now. Not quite, got a little tight off of turn 1 as he's falling back big time. He was right with a big shove from Blake McClung to the inside. He goes into the tunnel turn. And book it. He's clear for first. He might have overdrove it a little bit. Here comes Donnie Kite. It's behind them. Blake McClung and Hunter Sr. get together a little bit off of turn 2. As side by side through turn 3. Can Donnie Kite hold him off as Blake McClung gets a shove from Hunter Sr. They're side by side off of turn 3. Door banging across the line for the heat race. Sideways goes Ryan Sauer, but Sauer barely gets Donnie Kite at the line. As Blake McClung ends up 3rd, as Hunter Sr. 4th, Nathan Johnson 5th. And supposedly top 11 make it through. So Jared Skinner's through. He's in 9th. Christian Schwing, he's completely destroyed. John Russo completely destroyed. But I mean, top 11 make it. Jacob Wilson, the last one out, in 12th from what I know of. So that's going to be unfortunate for most of those drivers not being able to compete for that top 11 spot. Just kind of unlucky there. As this race is official, I believe. So let's take a quick look at our results here for heat number 1. Ryan Sauer will pick up the win over Donnie Kite with a photo finish pretty much there as Blake McClung in third, Hunter Sr. 4th, Nathan Johnson 5th, Travis Sheets 6th, Michael Malm 7th, Jason Rushing 8th, Jared Scare 9th, Christian Schwinger in 10th, Jake Wilson 11th, John Russo 12th, Zachary Taylor 13th, Bryce Holmcomb in 14th, Tyler Martin 15th, Cliff Adams 16th, and Mark Cofield in 17th. As green up for heat number 2. Take a quick look at our grid for that one. As Christopher Busch will start in first, as Nate Bogus in second. Great qualifying from those two drivers. As Cameron Craig will be third, Skylar Jones in fourth, Dwayne Young fifth, Brock Morris in sixth, AJ Hudson seventh, John Peterson in eighth, Albert Lopez in ninth, Brian Marshall 10th, Nathan Fryer 11th, Roger Thompson 12th, Ruben Rodas in 13th, Jordan Evans 14th, Tim McBasketball in 15th, Dan Adams 16th, and Joey Beam in that 17th place position on the last row of the grid, 9 rows in total. So pretty hectic middle portion of heat number 1, but we'll see what happens in this one. As they did go 3 wide in the tunnel turn, which is something you probably never want to do ever in iRacing or even in real life either. So we'll see how that plays out for now. But again, kind of what I mentioned before, it's going to be a lot more of a pack race than normal at this racetrack. With these new ARCA cars compared to the old ones, like we saw at Las Vegas or etc. But Christopher Busch will lead us to the green. So it's a long pace lap here, all 2.5 miles of the tricky triangle. The pace truck will be pulling off here momentarily. As there goes the pace truck off in the pit lane now, as Christopher Busch will lead us to the green this time. By Barney Flyman waves that green flag. And away we go down into turn 1. Busch clears up top over Nate Bogus. But side by side between Cameron Craig and Nate Bogus. Whoa, way up the racetrack goes Nate Bogus, as he's going to fall all the way back down into the last part of the field, down the 15th, as it's spread out down the back straightaway. As the top 3 single file, they're side by side behind there. That's John Peterson, Skylar Jones. Is almost 3 wide into the tunnel turn. Not something you want to do. That's a bad move from Ruben Rodas. As they all save it though. They keep it straight down the back straightaway, entering turn 3. As I think Rodas just overshot turn 2 big time. And that could have been a repeat of that, what happened just last heat. But down the front straightaway they go. Everyone makes it through cleanly. Lap 1 of heat 2. How aggressive will these drivers be though for these positions? As here comes Cameron Craig out to the inside with Dwayne Young pushing with a good shove, entering turn 1. As way up the racetrack goes Christopher Busch. I think he might have hit those bumps also. Now helping him out as Cameron Craig now takes the race lead off of turn 1 there. Down the back straightaway he goes. And will someone try to work together, tandem together? I think tandeming will work pretty well here tonight in these ARCA cars. Kind of like you would see at Daytona or Talladega.
Yeah, especially with these long runs, long straightaways down before each corner. Just the change the momentum these drivers have over one another. You can have a bad exit and just cost you just more and more time.
Craig had a hard wall off of turn 3 there.
said, you get in the draft, you get a run on the guy in front of you. Just instead of moving beside him, you maybe push the guy. Maybe it's a 3-car train. Push the guy in second around first place.
Yeah, just kind of a tandem draft together. I think that's definitely be something that these drivers use to try to work together and try to make up some spots. As here comes Dwayne Young to the inside of now Christopher Busch there. As Busch now gets back up to the race lead and leads lap 4 as we're halfway through heat number 2. And we haven't seen a big one yet. We've seen some drivers try to make it 3 wide through the tunnel turn. It hasn't worked out the best we saw in heat number 1, but so far a little bit calmer in this one. Just kind of a little IndyCar style racing, you know, slingshotting around the race leader. As big wiggle from Dwayne Young entering turn 2. Overdrove her just a little bit. I think maybe got a bad show from Cameron Craig from behind. But side by side for the race lead, that's Skylar Jones and Christopher Busch. As here they go to the inside. Turn 3. Off of turn 3 they go. Jones now takes the race lead. Oh, Busch hard on the wall again. Yeah. Happened again there for Christopher Busch as he's falling back to 4th place. Now they're 4 wide. Here comes Brock Morris up to 2nd place. What a move for that 05 machine.
Yeah, I was actually about to say, is still trying to chase that car. But you just got to be careful in corner exit. The wall really jumps out at you here at Pocono. Don't be too high up.
Yeah, these ARCA cars I've spoken to some drivers that driven these cars. It's a lot tighter than the old ARCA car. Usually the old ARCA car, you drive off more of the right rear. Sometimes the right front depending on the racetrack, but these new ones are a lot tighter, probably because of bigger spoiler, just a new body, new aero package kind of. They're completely different, drive completely different, acts completely different. So you kind of see from here, it's a lot more pack racy than we usually typically see with those older ARCA cars. As they're 3 wide here in the background.
White flag in the stage.
There's a big block there. These drivers behind are fighting for the transfer spot as Nate Bogus in 11th place right there. Now it's Ruben Rodas. Actually, everyone in this main pack can make it. Top 11 make it through. So as long as they don't wreck each other, they should be good to make it to the main event, which should be the main goal. But up front, the top 4 have really pulled away from the rest of the field for now. They continue to fight back there as here comes Cameron Craig for the race lead and for the race win for heat number 2.
Here comes the big run that Busch has too. Don't count him out.
Yeah, he hit the wall a few times off of turn 3. Don't want that to happen once again. Big shove as Cameron Craig, I think, got into Skylar Jones there off of turn 3. That's going to allow Brock Morris to squeak by on the outside. And he's going to win heat number 2 as Christopher Busch gets up to 2nd as Dwayne Young gets 3rd. As they're fighting behind there, 3 wide across the line. AJ Hudson falls down to 8th place there. At the line, actually, time and scoring has him at 6th. Kind of all messed up there, but Cameron Craig had lost a lot of positions there. I think it was contact between him and Skylar Jones that caused him to go through the grass even there. Let's take a quick look at that one. Down the back straight away they go. See if we can get a better view of this one right here. Down to turn 3. Skylar Jones just turned down into him. I'm not sure. I mean,
just didn't think he'd be that high up.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I can really think of, but that cost him quite a few times. As look at this momentum these guys had as they went through. That's AJ Hudson, and it's Albert Lopez trying to make it 3 wide there, but take a quick look at our results from that one. As that was a pretty eventful heat 2 right there. As Brock Morris picks up the win, snagging it right at the end on turn 3. As Christopher Busch picks up 2nd, Dwayne Young 3rd, Skylar Jones 4th, Brian Marshall 5th, AJ Hudson 6th, Cameron Craig 7th, Albert Lopez 8th, John Peterson 9th, Ruben Rodas in the top 10 spot. And the last driver to advance is Nate Bogus in 11th, had a big moment in turn 1 on the initial start. Roger Thompson 12th, Nathan Fryer 13th, Jordan Evans 14th, Tim McBasketball in 15th, Dan Adams 16th, and Joey Beam rounding out your 17 car field. Don't believe he did end up gridding up there. But now heat number 3, the final heat of the session. Before we go into the LCQ, take a quick look at our grid for that one. As Isaiah Waltrus will be in first, Kyra Holinsky in second, Justin Coggin third, Craig Martin fourth, Daniel Molnix in fifth, our current points leader in this heat race. Travis Bieber in sixth, Jimmy Geika seventh, Tate LaPrette in eighth, Dan Rebork ninth, Michael James 10th, Jeremiah Holt 11th, George Lesman Jr. 12th, Alex McQueen in 13th, Bill Bonsma in 4th, Thomas Minter 15th, Ryan Hudson in 16th. And that will be only 16 cars in this field, not 17 like it was in the other heats. So 8 rows deep, guys. Start them up here as, again, the long pace lap here all the way from pit lane to the start finish line.
I think we're just going to see drivers in these heats just try things to see if they can use it later on in the race. Like bumping just how much they can bump and where to pass or good spots to pass, what can they really get away with here. Space Truck's going to pull on off here shortly. Green flag is out. Immediately moving up to block for the lead.
Yeah, a lot of these drivers have gotten really good restarts, especially from pole position. Berlinski falls down to third, but here comes Justin Coggin up to second now.
Yeah, Carlier is really pulled away now.
There
Actually, here comes second places. They're really fanning out in the back. Might have some cars in the wall here off too.
Yeah, big pack of cars here. A couple of them hit the wall off of turn 2 there, but they keep it straight for now. As one driver way up the racetrack. That's 57. Bill Bonsma is way up the racetrack there. Just single file out for the most part in the front, as Isaiah Waltrus has a pretty good lead over the rest of the field. We haven't really seen anyone be able to pull away. Granted, we've only had 6-lap races, but no one's been able to pull away from the rest of the field or gap anyone so far here tonight.
Michael James currently sitting on the transfer spot over Ryan Houston. Still 4 laps to go. You just want to try to run some consistent laps. If you're up around the cutoff to advance, just got to make sure to get some positions. Just give yourself a nice pad.
But even with him running the bottom lane trying to break the draft, Dustin Coggin and Daniel Molnix is catching up to him in that second and third place spot.
I'm going to run a line up just to try to break the dirty air. It's in the top 4, maybe 5 are under a blanket here now. Definitely the top 3. They're pulling away from that 22 machine down the back. Coggin just trying to get out of the dirty air. Here comes Olnix, our points leader, to second. And here comes the 22 as well into the picture. Nice little bump down the straightaway. Coggin just trying to make it to the corner there. Get a nice run. They make contact off of the
as the pack have really caught back up to Isaiah Waltrus, but sidetracking the trailer behind him though, which could cause him to pull away as
He really set it in the corner.
yeah.
Cognitive.
Oh, contact! Herlinsky around with the Coggin is Harley looking the inside wall there for Justin Coggin, and he's got to go to the LCQ. But wow, as Herlinsky falls down to 7th, as I think Herlinsky just got tight off of turn 2 there. It's a typical thing we see at Pocono.
Yeah, he set it in, just try to get back in line, and unfortunately the 22 is already there.
And clip the apron.
Yeah, our admin said before the race that we really want to be single file because the tunnel turn is not a passing spot on the racetrack. That's just one example of why. For the lead, the gap has closed. More drivers coming into the picture. Michael James still on the cutoff spot for that transfer. Top 3 and pulled away.
A half lap till we get to the white flag. There's a white flag in there this time by. It's going to be Molnix and Waltrus out in front. Geikus right there as weaving like we've seen in IndyCar down the front straightaway here at Pocono.
On that 25 machine. Push right now, just make these corners wide, just try to build momentum, get a great run off the corner, and stay in the draft, do what you need to leave. It's really all he can do right now. Same thing can be said for the in second. Knocks off every 2, trying to get the run down.
Almost got to the back bumpers, not quite enough as that off of turn 3. Isaiah Waltrus will win heat number 3. But behind him, chaos is ensuing as to the transfer spot. It's going to be Jeremiah Holt going to hold off George Lesman Jr., who kind of fell back there in that 12th place spot. So that's going to wrap up heat 3 as Isaiah Waltrus wins that one. Take a quick look at our heat 3 results before we get into our consolation race here in a moment. As Isaiah Waltrus, like we just mentioned, wins heat 1, or heat 3, excuse me. Daniel Molnix in 2nd, Jim McGuick's 3rd, Craig Martin 4th, Dan Rebark 5th, Travis Bieber 6th, Tate LaPrette 7th, Ryan Hudson in 8th, Kyle Linsky 9th, Michael James in 10th, Jeremiah Holt 11th, George Lesman Jr. 12th, Alex McQueen 13th, Bill Bosma in 14th, Thomas Spencer 15th, and Justin Coggin round out the 16-car field here for heat number 3. Now it's time for the LCQ. Only top 5 of these drivers make it through this one. And we'll take a quick look at our starting grid for this 8-lap LCQ race. As Jean Russo will be on pole position alongside Roger Thompson in 2nd. George Lesman Jr. will be 3rd. Zachary Tyler will be 4th. Nathan Fryer 5th. Alex McQueen 6th. Chris Holmcomb in 7th. Jordan Evans 8th. Bill Bonsma in 9th. Tyler Martin 10th. Tim McBasketball 11th. Thomas Spencer 12th. Cliff Adams 13th. Dan Adams 14th. Justin Coggin 15th. Watch out for that 46 machine. He can make his way through the field pretty quickly. He seemed to have the pace there in heat 3 to maybe even win that one. So watch out for him. And Mark Hillville 16th. And last driver on the field will be Joey Beam in 17th. And Mark Hillfield and Joey Beam not on the grid and not pacing right now. So most likely it's only going to be 15 cars fighting for 5 spots here on these next 8 laps at Pocono.
Yeah, we're thinking Coggin can go from last to first right now. You see him all the way back there. Got all these rows of cars to go through. Like we said, we think he can do it. He's just gotta quickly get up there. This will really straighten out after a few laps. haven't run this long a race before in the heats. Just got to make sure you pick and choose your battles here. If you mess up and get involved, your night's done. You're not moving on, you're going home. Race truck pulls off, and we're getting ready to go green here. And we're green.
As like I mentioned, only 5 drivers make it through. They go to the main event here tonight for the Patti Engineering's 165. We got to fight like as much as they can to go almost 4 wide entering turn 1 on lap 1. As they are 3 wide though. As that's Russo on the bottom, Roger in the middle. And that's Zachary Tyler. Actually, that's Alex McQueen up top. But they double follow back down the straightaway, entering turn 2. This could be treacherous territory right here, entering turn 2. So sideways, 1 car around. There's a big wreck behind. Oh, and that's Coggin on the outside wall, and his night will be over.
Oh, he's right there.
Oh, he didn't make it through actually. That was Bryce Homecomb. Similar looking cars there, font wise, but through lap 1, there'll be Lesman Jr. wrecked and Dan Adams wrecked and Bryce Homecomb wrecked in turn 2. But Roger Thompson leads lap 1 here of this LCQ Consolation race. As top 6 up all the way from the rest of the field. Got Thomas Spencer and Dustin Coggin. Dustin Coggin trying to work together to get a catch back up to those top 6 drivers.
They were on top for second place last time through in turn 2. These cars are going wide and
Evans in the outside wall.
We saw that 2 times going through outside. Turn 2, these cars are just really strung out, taking a whole lot of lanes and just hitting the wall. Fire now for second place. Trying to get up to Thomas for the lead. 6 cars under the break. That 7th car right there, it is Coggin. He is closing in like we've mentioned so far. We think he's a favorite to break into this top 5 in advance.
Yeah, definitely could. I mean, pretty much already there. He's on the back bumper of Alex McQueen and Tyler Martin now, and this is for the transfer spot, top 5 spot. And Coggin's right there.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd get up here so quickly. I thought he'd have to go through a lot more cars, but that wreck really cleared some space out for him.
The race leading Nathan Johnson, Roger Thompson, as the pack is growing big time. I mean, this is kind of one thing I mentioned before. I think we're going to see a lot more pack racing in this new style of car. I mean, whether you like it or not, I mean, that's up to you, but that's just what's going to happen here. It's a lot more pack racing style of racing than we usually have seen in the SuperStar ARCA Cup Series.
Yeah, I noticed that Thomas as well, he moved up the lane in turn 3 to block. Didn't see that so far. They've been staying on the bottom for the lead. It's Evans in second. Car blocking for 3rd place now, as here comes Coggin battling for 5th. Evans to the inside for the lead. Like we mentioned earlier, you really want to be side-by-side. That's what the admin said, just avoid all the calamity that could cause. They get it through that time cleanly. Thomas remains the lead, but yeah, he's got a lot of cars behind him. Almost 4 wide. As looking to the outside of Fryer, or of Thomas, it is Nathan Fryer. And he's going to go to the lead here on the front straightaway, into 1. He's got Coggin to help him.
He's got really sitting there in turn 1. There's some bumps on the very top side that could have upset his race car. It looks like he got a little tight off of turn 1 also. That momentum, he's going to clear Roger Thompson. Here comes Justin Coggin. Has the draft slowly but surely closing the gap. Doesn't look to the inside through turn 2.
Yeah, they're trying to set the move up if Thomas doesn't run into him here.
There's no car on the wall. That's Tyler Martin hard on the inside wall, overcorrects, and his night will be over there in that Ford machine as Bondsman makes it through. As the top 5 right now sit Nathan Fryer, Dustin Coggin, Roger Thompson, John Russo, and Jordan Evans. Well, as you mentioned, the race lead, but Fryer has a good exit off of turn 3. Has 3 laps to go also this time by.
You just really got to think about where your car is going to be placed on the white flag, whether you want to be out in front or you want to be the guy in second to make the pass and at least pass the leader with enough time for him to not pass you back. So I would be thinking about in this stage, where do I want my car to be, setting it up for the last lap of the race. It's Thomas nearly into the back of Coggin. Coggin's just been, Thomas hard in the outside wall, and he's going to lose some time. Coggin's just been...
Cliff Adams.
See multiple lanes still being used. All the way up high, Evans is.
As this is for a round, the transfer spot is Jordan Evans is in 5th place. The top 5 make it through with 2 laps to go this time by. As you look to the inside of Roger Thompson now, try to make a bumper between him and the transfer spot.
Yeah, Thomas was leading so much of this race, and now he's fighting on the transfer spot. Unfortunate for him. But I think Coggin's going to wait to make the move on the last lap. We've seen him back off in the corners, just not yet get side by side in some chances where he could have gone side by side, as Evans most certainly going to hit the wall here, and he does. Seen some drivers really send it in, especially in turn 2 on the outside lane. I just don't think you can pull off that move. So let's go back to the lead. Is Coggan out front? He's made the pass. Just wanted to prove me wrong. He thinks he should have that car in the lead on the white flag, but here comes Fryer with the run. He's got Cliff Adams to help too. Fryer down.
That's how he goes.
It's not quite going to get there, and Coggin's going to have the run, but Fryer's still able to get to the inside if Adams making it 3.
It's going to be 3 wide until a tunnel turn. Not going to probably work out too well. As we're going to stick it. As up the racetrack they go. No contact made. Somehow they make it through. Behind them, Jordan Evans and Thomas Spencer. This is for the transfer spot row. Though also, Spencer going to try to send it in turn 3. That's not really enough though. As off in turn 3, Jordan Evans will stay in 5th, but for the race win, it's going to be a side-by-side battle. It's going to be Nathan Fryer right at the line, gets it for the LCQ.
Wow. Use the side draft. You can really use this in this body of car, and it worked to perfection there. What a move by Fryer. Set the car where he wanted it, where it needed it to be. He denies Cogden the last to first, too. He's going to start doing burnouts here. He's going to get a hit. Oh, man.
Yeah, so
congratulations to him.
Yeah. Great move on the last lap, and Pocono
would love to see a replay of off of 4 after this results page.
So
off of 3.
Race win, obviously Nathan Fryer, Justin Coggin in 2nd, Cliff Adams 3rd, Roger Thompson 4th, Jordan Evans in 5th. That'll be the top 5 that transfer to the main events here tonight for 65 laps. John Russo 6th, Thomas Spencer 7th, Bill Bondsman in 8th, George Bondsman Jr. in 9th, Tim Basketball in 10th, Alex McQueen 11th, Tyler Martin in 12th, Bryce Holmcomb in 13th, Zachary Tyler in 14th, and Dan Adams rounds out your 15-car field there for the LCQ. We'll take a quick look at that replay here for the race to win. We can possibly get it. While we do that, we'll take a quick break before the main event. We'll be right back here on Legends Racing Network.
At NJBDesigns.com, we specialize in transforming your vehicle into a work of art by revolutionizing the way you see your car with the hottest trends in sim racing. Choose from a wide range of colors, textures, finishes to promote your business and sponsors in style. Whether you're looking to add a sleek matte finish, a flashy chrome accent, or a custom design that turns heads, our designers have you covered. If you want to stand out in the crowd, visit njbdesigns.com today and let our team of professionals transform your vision into reality.
And we're back live here at Pocono Raceway for the Patti Engineering 165. All the heats and LCQs have wrapped up, and now the final 40 drivers have made it through the challenges of these three tricky corners of the tricky triangle. Will come here for 65 laps until 165 miles. Let's take a quick look at our starting grid here for tonight's feature race. And as we saw, is Samuel Hoff and Alex Anderson first and second in qualifying. They were able to skip the heat races and the LCQs and all that madness there. Just kind of sit back and relax and watch it from their seats in their houses there. Ryan Sal will be third, Brock Morris fourth, Isaiah Watrous in fifth, Donnie Kite sixth, Christopher Bush seventh, Daniel Molnix eighth, Blake McClung ninth, Dwayne Young in 10th. Jimmy Geikis 11th, Hunter Sr. in 12th, Skylar Jones 13th, Craig Martin 14th, Nathan Johnson 15th, Brian Marshall in 16th, Dan Rubark 17th, Travis Sheed in 18th, AJ Hudson 19th, Travis Bieber in 20th, Michael Malm 21st, Cameron Craig at 22nd, Tate LaPrette in 23rd, Jason Rushing in 24th, Albert Lopez 25th, Ryan Hudson in 26th, Gary Skinner 27th, John Peterson 28th, Carl Linsky 29th, Christian Swagger in 30th, Ruben Rose 31st, Michael James 32nd, Jacob Wilson 33rd, Nate Bogus in 34th, Jeremiah Holt 35th, Nathan Fryer 36th, Justin Colligan 37th, Cliff Adams 38th, and rounding out your 40 car field 20 rows deep in this massive field, Roger Thompson in 39th and Jordan Evans in 40th. As off the pit lane these drivers go, making sure their tires are warmed up to temperature. And based on what we saw in those heat races, I'm expecting a lot of pack racing, and with pack racing comes a pretty big wreck. I'm expecting turn 2 to be a pretty big trouble spot there for some of these drivers.
Yeah, we've seen multiple crashes here tonight, whether it be single car or just wadding up a few of them. Just a lot of different lanes that these guys are taking, especially into up high. I'm just surprised that these drivers are going up there, because we've seen a lot of people just hit the wall off of these corners, especially in turn 2. Like Talon mentioned earlier, just car gets a bit tight.
So only one pace stop here for tonight's race, I believe. So going green this time by 40 cars deep, and new ARCA car, brand new track on the schedule. Didn't see it last season. 65 laps in total here for the Aggie Engineer 165, and we're about to do battle here at the Tricky Triangle for 65 times around this one. As pace track is off, and away we go here. Simmelhoff will lead us to the green. Off, not a great start like we've seen some of those other drivers in the heat races got as the pole sitter. Alex Harrison alongside him, he's maybe able to get the race lead off of turn 1 right there, as they keep it clean, it looks like, for most of the field, but double foul, almost 4 wide actually right there. Big moves, I believe, as Daniel Molnick's all the way up to P number 5, maybe even up to 4th now.
The big move here, as we'll see how the field fares this first time through turn 2.
Looks like it's pretty clean so far as Anderson leads. Through turn 3, his caution flag is flies as soon as I say that.
Just gotta say something, huh?
As turn 2, we mentioned before, is a couple of cars destroyed already. Roger Thompson, Taylor Freda, Nathan Fryer may have been involved there. Nah, he does have some left rear damage. But turn 2, I mean, definitely a trouble spot here.
Back here with our pal Coggin.
Looks like it happened right ahead, as it was 2 separate incidents actually, as John Peterson was already around.
Yeah, unfortunate for that O2 machine. We saw him lead a few laps in the Consolation. Luckily enough, he made it through after having some problems. Let's see this huge stack up into 2.
Oh, it looks like
cars getting loose. Yeah,
just getting loose and not able to check up in time. As luckily, John Peterson, very lucky there, as the O2 kind of blinked through him. Roger Thompson, so lucky for him. But kind of 2 separate incidents there, a bunch of like kind of separate incidents there, kind of caused that one.
Yeah, it's just a consequence of having these huge 40-car fields.
Yeah, going into turn 2, just that's just tight corner.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's made after Indianapolis turn 1, or one of the, I don't know exactly what turn, but one of those Indianapolis turns.
Should be the same, since, you know, it's 4 90-degree turns.
It drives different though. It drives different. Obviously, someone hasn't done Indy 500 recently.
No, I know. What's
I walked the track. I walked the track. It's a little
what turn for, you know? I don't know.
Anyways.
Yeah. But it's just unfortunate that these drivers, you go through all these heat races, you go through the practice and qualifying just to get wrecked on lap 1. A lot of these drivers, not their fault, but luckily they do have, you know, 60 plus laps. It's just not a lot of takers down pit road. We got some drivers in the back coming down just to try to get on an alternate strategy or fix some damage.
Yeah, I think fixing damage is definitely important, but surprisingly we're not going green this time by, which is kind of unfortunate, but because usually there's only one pace lap here and then we go back green, but anyways, so we got some downtime right now. But yeah, like you mentioned, you know, you go through all the heat races, you survive. Well, right now there's March Madness right now, you kind of just survive in advance kind of type thing. Sometimes some of these drivers right on the cut line, some of them were involved in the LCQ that got involved in that wreck, you know. You go through your heat race, you go through the LCQ, you make it, you get the top 5 in the LCQ, and then lap 1, turn 2, it's all gone for nothing pretty much. So, but you still have time, like you said, 60 laps to repair your damage. I mean, who knows? There could be a big pile up in turn 2. And we kind of just saw one there, but we didn't see a lot of drivers involved exactly majorly damaged. But definitely could be. I mean, we saw in Heat 1. Well, I saw in Heat 1. There was the people who were in pit lane who got to the main event. Let's just say that. They didn't. Cars were completely destroyed and they got to the main event, luckily for them. But with how fast these cars go at Pocono and how narrow turn 2 is, I'm expecting that's not the last time we're going to see a pretty big wreck in turn 2.
Yeah, for sure. You just really just got to calm down here. At least first few laps. I know the admin said something along those lines to these drivers before the session today. So we should be getting to the 1 to green here.
You guys are double following up right now.
Yeah, my keys to the race. I haven't written anything down, but after seeing what we saw through the heat races, you just gotta make sure you're not too high off the corner on corner exits. We saw some drivers getting in the wall, especially off turn 2, and just kills the momentum down the straightaway. Just make sure to set yourself up for good exits on these corners, and stay out of trouble. Just don't make a bonehead move. Just pick and choose your battles on where to pass, where they want to put the car. Solid work at the end of the LCQ. So I do want to say that in these heat races, we've seen we've seen the race leader really jump out to a few car length lead on these restarts. That's something to look out for. On the initial start, I know they had the green flag, so wasn't really only the leader deciding when to go, but that's something to keep a note. How far ahead does our leader, the 67 car, get out? So we're back green. Not too big of a lead here. Of course, washing up the track and almost another wall off of 1. Evans in the wall in the back, that orange car.
Here comes the race lead.
Yeah.
Donnie Kite gonna take advantage of that one. Off slides up the racetrack. There's almost some contact between Off and Kite there, but Kite does clear for second now. But Alex Hamilton will lead the first lap under green here tonight.
Down low, backs off a little bit. He's under the graphs of Haas. He's going to get side drafted here.
This really just reminds me a lot of just IndyCar type racing. Just gotta be perfect with the draft, not get dirty air. Just place your car exactly where you need it to be. As you kind of see Hoff and Kite working here now. Trying to get back up past Alex Anderson out in front. Behind them, pretty much chaos. Ryan Sauer, Nathan Johnson, you got Jimmy Dykes there also. But here, oh, here's to the race lead. Samuel to the inside in turn 1. Still side by side off of turn 1. I think Anderson's gonna get contact though off of turn 1 there. But here comes Brock Morrison to Wayne Young. They can take advantage of this one now. Big mover there. Craig Martin into the inside sideways on the entry of turn 2 there. Out in front. Oh, there goes Craig Martin hard on the inside wall, but no caution comes out. He stays green.
Yeah, he just got sandwiched there, had to back off, and then he just got hit from behind. Nowhere for those drivers to go.
He wasn't up to 6th place, which is unfortunate for him here. Though, like great was running here at Silver tonight, but side by side for the race. He was contact behind to Wayne Young. And Brock Morris in the outside wall, I believe. As he falls back up a few positions now. I think he might have a broken right front. Out in front, Simmelhoff leads over Donnie Kite and Alex Anderson. They're side by side for 2nd and 3rd. So even more contact to William tries to slides up right in front of Nathan Johnson. Actually, that's Alex Anderson. Anderson falls down the court as Samuel Hawke try to pull away from these gyros behind. Now Dwayne Young, Simmelhoff, and Donnie Kite trying to pull away from the rest of the field now. So Dwayne Young trying to catch back up to these guys for the top 2 spots as he's having a good run here tonight. In 3rd, Anderson falls back to 4th after leading the first few laps. Geikis, as the field kind of spraying out into different little packs, like we mentioned before, that's what was going to happen here tonight.
A few drivers in the wall too, for Super off for turn 1.
Now it's Kite and Hoff. Big wheel there. Dwayne Young around in turn 3. Around he goes to bring up the 2nd caution here tonight.
Yeah. Had a few incidents and it hasn't triggered the caution, but there we go.
Not sure what exactly caused that, but we saw him get a bit loose there. Let's replay that one. This is turn 2 right here, side by side with Anderson. Anderson just got back around for 3rd. Young looks to the inside, now right on his back bumper. And wow, that's very weird.
Cool.
Not sure if he just lost it with no front air. Like, very interesting right there.
Yeah, he just was pushing him and then started turning for the corner, just completely lost it. Couldn't hang on to it. That's close right there.
I think what happened was that he was right behind Anderson and took all of his front air off, and once he turned for the corner, he had no front grip. I mean, that's exactly what it looks like, I believe.
Yeah,
right there. With these new models, you don't really, I mean, a lot of these drivers aren't experienced enough to know exactly how they run and how they work.
Yeah, a lot of these drivers just, like you said, just no experience in this body of car at this track.
Play
Try
some
to
of the
learn
racing
as much as you can
conditions.
in practice in these heats. Don't learn don't learn everything. As some drivers going down pit road most of the field, some drivers staying out,
I think it's more of
some
a
faking it.
70-30 split, pretty much, right there. Looks like some drivers taking 2, some drivers taking 4. Some drivers taking fuel only, like Alex Anderson and Jimmy Dykes. On the right side of the screen, see everyone who did pits there. In the meantime, we're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be right back at the Tricky Triangle here for the Patti Engineering 165. We're back live here at Pocono. About to restart here, coming lap 14. His car takes a lot of the left turn on the pit road. And green flag is back out here. As Donnie Kite staying out with Hunter Sr. alongside him as he looks into the inside now already. Ryan Sauer behind as great restart for that 2 machine. UI behind there. A little bit of contact between some of those drivers. I think it's Samuel Hoff and a few others. 3 wide off, Walters and Nathan Johnson now. Also a bit of fun there too, as well. Single out through most of the field. A lot of different strategies involved here. Some taking tires, some taking two, some taking fuel only, some staying out. So a lot of different strategy all involved in this one right now. As caution flag flies, as Jeremiah Holt, big damage. Justin Goggin, big damage there too. John Peterson destroyed. Jared Skinner also has some significant damage there in that 7 machine. Be a quick look what happened there. As entering turn 2, trouble spot here so far tonight. Looks like ahead of Skinner. As just collected. Unfortunately for him, John Peterson still at the racetrack right in front of him. Entering turn 2, looks like Goggin maybe got to the left rear of Peterson there, as he must have sent it really deep into the corner. Now Peterson actually still at the racetrack, and Goggin clipped him as he checked up, and Jeremiah Holt followed through, the same with a few other drivers. It looks like only 4 drivers involved in that one, but still a lot of those drivers' nights are over here early on in this one, on lap 16.
Just haven't really seen that longer a run here tonight so far. 16 laps in, already 3 cautions.
There's no one coming out pit lane though, so not yet at least. Only the drivers who were involved in that wreck coming down pit lane. We're going to take another quick break here. We'll be right back. Moving flag here at Pocono.
At NJBDesigns.com, we specialize in transforming your vehicle into a work of art by revolutionizing the way you see your car with the hottest trends in sim racing. Choose from a wide range of colors, textures, finishes to promote your business and sponsors in style. Whether you're looking to add a sleek matte finish, a flashy chrome accent, or a custom design that turns heads, our designers have you covered. If you want to stand out in the crowd, visit njbdesigns.com today and let our team of professionals transform your vision into reality.
We're back live here at Pocono Raceway, about to restart here after our third caution of the night. And the usual trouble spot has been turn 2. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's where all of the cautions have come from so far tonight, so...
There's just been a lot of more cars involved too. We just can't slow it out in time, nowhere to go. Just we've seen a lot of cars pile into these wrecks as the pace truck pulls off. Let's see how good of a start Kite will get. Got a great start last time, like here is Senor. Right beside him. Not going into side draft. A few lanes down. Kite with tight competition, into one.
Kite up the racetrack he goes. Hunter Sr. and Donnie Kite, and I believe Jimmy Geiges, Ryan Sauer did not pit that last, actually, excuse me, Geiges took fuel only there that last caution. He's up to second now, and he's going to be playing Hunter Sr. Not quite just yet. Off of turn 2 he goes. We'll be able to clear as here comes Daniel Molnix, who also was one of the drivers that stayed out last caution, or 2 cautions ago, has not paid yet so far tonight. Molnix clears for second, almost over Geiger. Yes, he does there. Barely did there off of turn 2. Now Geiges and Anderson side by side. Anderson almost on the outside wall, almost some contact entering turn 2 there. Ooh, Geiges almost clips Anderson. Also, those are the older tires, I think, coming to effect. Donnie Kite in the top 3 have pulled away to a pretty good gap over the rest of the field. Hopefully they can maintain that, but just a lot of pack racing so far we've seen so far tonight. It hasn't really changed at all. Side by side of the race lead up ahead, Donnie Kite and Diego Molnix slots back in line. The top 4 have really separated themselves, as Hoff is the only driver of the top 4 that have newer tires. So can you take advantage of that one here? Try to, if you have a long green flag run, take advantage of that and take the race lead.
For the lead, our points leader. Gonna get around Kite, but Kite fighting back on the outside lane, side drafting some through the corner of one. Comes slot back in line. 4-car train up front. They're trying to start a train that second pack towards the front, get away from the rest of the field, catch on up. See what it's like here in the pack. The inside again. Lumix gets out front momentarily. See how good of a run Kite will get down the front straightaway.
Kite stays ahead, he clears now. The outside lane just seems to be the better lane for defending. They really got the rest of the field.
Good. They didn't side draft each other, fighting for the lead there. Just try to not lose too much time and allow the other pack to catch up. Because that second pack's getting a bit more strung out, more single file. We'll start to slowly catch this lead pack, I assume.
As the field spread out, probably for the biggest so far here tonight, most of single file and most of the field. On the top four, battling out. Lap car on the inside through the grass. Not sure that's exactly the best place to be there, but his leaders get through his off. Now I gotta try to get up to second on Johnny Kite, his teammate.
Looks really trying to break the draft all the way down low. Tough pushing Kite up there. Kite dives though, is going to back out. Not go side by side through a Pocono turn. Kite side drafting, contact a little bit for the lead.
But these guys on older tires, worn out for a few green flag laps. They've had quite a bit of green flag laps, but just not consecutively. These tires are still worn out, especially with how, not a ton of wear, but just definitely a little bit at least. This top four got the field big time over Jimmy Geikus and his gang back here. Hayden Johnson behind him with Ryan Sauer and Hunter Sr. Will they be able to work together with these newer tires? Johnson has newer tires. Sauer and Hunter Sr. have older tires. They stayed out. They have not pitted yet so far tonight. As Olmex to try to avoid the draft from these drivers. Inside behind him is Nathan Johnson, Jimmy Geikus for fifth. Johnson easily gets through.
You know, we saw these drivers single file, because now they're getting back single file, but they were battling out a decent amount these last few laps. So all these drivers trying to break the dirty airs. Ooh, in the wall there. Just trying to set themselves up for a good corner, get the run down the straightaway. Because right now, I would just try to push the guy ahead. We're so far behind the leaders. Just try to gain as much time as you can. I assume there will be another caution in this race, considering how things have gone tonight. but you never know. Both sprint
Yeah, you
cars
never
that.
know. I mean, it feels a lot more spread out than it was before. It's probably the longest green flag run we've had so far tonight. So,
Yeah, it
I
is.
mean, like I mentioned, it's just a lot more single file pack racing than we are usually typical that we see here in the legacy ARCA, I guess you would call it now. But it's kind of how the Gen 6 race. I feel like it's a lot more like the Gen 6 car. It's how the pack racing, the drafting, what you see all these different packs together. I think Dirty Air plays a big factor also. So here comes Sonic Kite down pit lane. He has not pitted so far tonight, so he has to pit here in lap 28 all by himself. We'll see if he's fast enough by himself though.
Yeah, we were told that the fuel window was 20 to 22 laps. I know we had a good amount of laps under caution that helped them fuel save, but
Yeah,
it's like,
I mean,
with some cautions, it's 28 laps you can get on a tank. And we'll see more drivers come down pit road too.
yeah, I mean, with how big this track is, you can save a lot of fuel under caution. So, why you see so many fuel strategy races in real life here at Pocono. And not exactly know the numbers. So he paid 28, so it's probably gonna be another pretty close on fuel for most of the drivers. Some of the drivers can probably do a one stop. Some of them probably have to do a two stop like Donnie Kite. It was Molnick's down pit lane. Another driver that did not pit. But Anderson's off. Did pit last caution, so when these two drivers try to work together, they'll even pull away even more from the drivers behind.
I do want to say this top two cars, just lead pack, pulled away even more than the second pack here. It's about at least half a second in the last 2 laps. So they really need to get their act together back here.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Super Suez. You see Hoff and Anderson with you really well. Kind of like a Super Suez Mini 1. You have to have a teammate with you, try to pull away and gain some time on the drivers in front and behind, which makes this track very unique. But also, it's kind of like Indianapolis, which is a little bit more tricky corners. Aren't as easy, not full throttle like a Talladega or Daytona, but just such a unique racetrack. Nothing like it. Only one similar is Indianapolis, really. As Anderson now way to the inside. Not sure exactly you want to be doing that as a race leader. I mean, I know you want to break the draft, but the office work together pretty well.
Yeah, you got to work together with the guy behind you. Just get as far as the lead you can. It really helps with a 2-car train that just have one person working together. There's not a third person trying to side draft or anything. It's just much easier. Build out as much as a lead as you can get, especially with green flag pit stops coming up.
And green flag pit stops by the next 5 laps or so. So just around halfway in this one, so they'll have to pit at least one more time. So everyone will have to do a 2-stop race for tonight's race. Every stay green the rest of the way. So some drivers making some moves up through the field. That's Isaiah Walters up there, the inside of Cameron Craig for 5th. Also side by side, and that's Skylar Jones and Cliff Adams right there. As here comes Nate Bogus giving a good shove. That 47 machine. Some drivers down pit lane. Christopher Bush, Albert Lopez, Jeremiah Holt's been pit lane for 18 minutes. So those drivers out of the box now. As we go back up to the race lead here. Alex Anderson, Simohoff still doing a good job. They just kind of maintain the gap between them and Nathan Johnson. As lap traffic right in between them. Don't want to turn them in that one. Would be Michael James and Ferrari down pit lane. Right in between them. I can't remember that exactly there. But as Cameron Craig taking inside of Nathan Johnson for third. Craig moves up to third for now. We are past halfway through this one. So green flag pit stops underway already. Expect these drivers to pit in the next 2 or 3 laps or so. Maybe able to go a little bit longer, but they've been on these tires and this fuel tank for about 22 laps, which was the distance. As there goes about half this pack coming out pit lane, as we'll see a bunch of their names on the right side of your screen right now. That's Skylar Jones, Isaiah Waltrus, Jimmy Dykes, I believe, down pit lane, Dan Reberark down pit lane, also you see on the right side of your screen there. It stops happening for those 4 drivers. But out in front still is Samuel Hoff and Alex Harrison. These guys will pit here pretty shortly also.
Just make sure you don't make a mistake off the red too, especially speeding at the go down pit road all the way again. We're expecting this to be even more of a green flag run. So it would just be really costly. Really got to be disciplined.
Very quick pit stop from Ruben Godo is only 12.1 seconds. Not sure if he took all 4 tires there. Saw on the right side of the screen, Cameron Craig comes down pit lane. Nate Bogus coming down pit lane also. Right side of your screen there too. So as the pit stop cycles continue, Anderson Hoffs have yet to pit. Same with Nathan Johnson. A couple others as Dwayne Young pit road penalty. Too fast entering pit lane. You have to serve that black flag under this pit stop here. This will be a 40-second hold for him. Very unfortunate for him as he was having a good night. But the good thing is he slides through his box also. Add to worse there. But good thing for him though is that you only go 1 lap down here, Pocono. Not like other racetracks where you might go 2, 3 laps down. I think he'll only go 1, maybe 2 laps down, which he can recover from as we still have 3 laps to go left in this one. Team Hoff down pit lane now also. Second. He was in second when he came down. Nathan Johnson comes down, Kyle Linsky, Dan Reberark also comes down. I'm guessing Alex Anderson will also come down pit lane this time by. And see on the right side of your screen, that's still Wayne Young serving his pillar there. That's why he's in his box so long. He'll be coming out of it pretty quickly here in the meantime. Next 10 seconds or so. Goes Alex Anderson down pit lane now. Our race leader, he's been waiting for quite a bit in his last few laps. Last probably around 10 laps or so. Same with the top 4, everyone else coming out pit lane. As Travis Bieber and Justin Coggins still staying out for now. So Daniel Molnix was the first one to pit. Same with Donnie Kite. They're back together still. They're still together right now, 8th and 9th. Once this cycles out, they will be the race leaders. Samuel Hoff, 2.5 seconds back from them. That's where he cycled out. As Travis Bieber, Justin Coggin, the only 2 drivers not to pit yet. They pitted the very last caution we had, so they can go a little bit longer than these drivers, and they could actually maybe make it a one-stop strategy if they save some fuel here. Because you can go around 20, 22 laps, and we're coming to around almost 25 to go. I mean, they can stretch it another 2 or 3 laps here. They could maybe do a one-stop strategy. Yeah, I think they're shutting off their engines actually. Let's go on board here with Travis Beaver. I mean, not sure if he's just being on the gas a little later because of those older tires, but we'll see in turn 3 if he shuts off the engine. Doesn't sound like it. I think Dustin Coggins is the same. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing as he coming up feeling this time by. Doesn't look like they're going to try to do a one-step strategy like I thought they would. I mean, that's a pretty... They're really stretch that fuel tank out a lot more than you probably can. As battle for the race lead here, Daniel Molnick's Tiny Kite, once this all cycles through, as the field really spread out for the first time really tonight, but you still have this pack of cars here. You see, this is for 6. Cameron Craig leading this one. David Johnson, Isaiah Watches behind him, 7 and 8.
If I were these drivers, I would just try to save my tires as much as I can, save fuel.
There's your car on the wall there. That's Nathan Johnson off turn 2. And like I mentioned, this is really the first time we've seen the major spread out for the most part. You know, we still got some packs here like this one. You got Donnie Kite, Daniel Molnick still together as these are now officially our 2 race leaders as Travis Beer comes down pit lane. So Molnick retakes the lead back on lap 41 with 25 to go here at Pocono. As officially the pit cycle has been completed there. As Samuel Hoff 1.5 seconds back and Alex Anderson is way back there with some lap traffic. That is the 03, I believe, maybe? The 03 of Cliff Adams. Probably 10 rookie stripes for him. You got Cameron Craig leading the pack here. About 5 deep with Hunter Sr. in the back there. Now it's Skyler Jones down to 10th, so it's all the way from 5th to 10th. But Isaiah Watches, Nathan Johnson side by side for a 6th place spot. In the meantime here, we're going to do a little other end, crank it up here at Pocono for the Patti Engineering 165 with 24 laps to go. Back to that. Back live here at Pocono Raceway. 20 laps to go here in tonight's event. Right now, still one more pit stop required for most of these drivers. As Daniel Molnix and Donnie Kite still 1 and 2, but Samuel Hoff closing gap down these race leaders at 3rd place spot.
I just think it's really going to come down to whoever's saving enough tires and especially fuel. It's just going to allow you to stay out longer, help you get better track position during this run to the end. So I would like to see the lap comparison with our 3rd place, Hoff and Kite. All right.
You see the last laps there on the scoreboard there. Last time by. It looks like Samuel Hoff and Alex Anderson closing gap. Pretty big to Daniel Molnix at least, but Donnie Kite taking advantage of that draft that he has. He's running pretty good lap times also as well. Hoff right in the background there within 7/10 of our race leaders now. One car on the bottom there, orange machine. There's Anderson coming out pit lane.
See him lead laps tonight. Been pretty good in his heats as well. We're out for what could be the final pit stop of the day for him. We don't have another problem.
I think Anderson's kind of hoping that is the final pit stop because he's in a good spot right now. He's short pitting these guys, so he could maybe gain some time on these guys up ahead. Just a little bit. As here comes Hoff, he's going to short pit also. Just cut up to our race leaders and now he's coming down pit lane. As when will Daniel Molnix and Donnie Kite come out feeling? They pitted pretty late, pretty early compared to everyone else, but now as caution flag flies.
Wow.
Simov just coming off of pit lane. He's not going to go a lot down, so he's in the perfect spot to restart on in first. Same with Alex Anderson. I don't see a car stopped or slowed anywhere on the racetrack. Kate LaPreda's the slowest car right now, going in caution conditions. So I guess we'll have to go to the old-fashioned one and go to the bump cam, see what we see here. Turn 2, we've seen a lot of trouble there. Hopefully I can see anything there. Actually, AJ Hudson could be the culprit, actually. He just got a meatball flag, so as he's blown up, so definitely something happened there to that 45 machine, but he's not blown up here. This is after, no, coming off the pit lane, he just pitted.
Yeah, there's Hoff in the background in his stall going in there.
Hudson coming off the pit lane. Merging maybe could have been an issue. Spun it right there. Somehow got blown engine though. Was that
Maybe
the cause?
just missed shift
Was that
too.
the cause of the caution? Yeah, it was the cause of caution. But then he blows up. I mean, his engine's not blown here. He just blows up. So maybe we have to pull him in for an interview right there. I mean, that is
Yeah.
very, very interesting. But everyone knows coming
That's
down pit
very
lane.
strange.
I- yeah, I mean, I guess a misshift, misfire, or something. Something must have happened there. But we'll bring him into for an interview here. We have so many pace laps here tonight. But I guess long pace laps, I should say. But as I said, mentioned before, Simulhoff will regain the race lead, and that short pitting, big time for him. Same with Jacob Wilson. He's gonna move himself up to third. He hasn't been in the top. I haven't seen him inside the top 10, top 5 at least, easily, all night long. But he's got to be inside the top 3 with 15 to go, coming to 13 when we go back green.
Yeah. A lot of cars here coming out of pit road, and especially with these strategy racetracks.
Yeah, some
like
took
at
2,
Pocono.
some took 2, some took 4 also.
You just got to get lucky, and that's exactly what Samuel Hoff did right there.
Yeah.
Right place, right time. Because we're going to see what 2 tires does compared to 4.
As we're bringing AJ Hudson here, involved in the last wreck. He knew the spin caused the caution there, but not sure exactly what happened to cause his engine to blow up, because I thought he could keep going, but not in the wrong place, wrong time, I guess. Hello, AJ. This is a video got copy. Hello, AJ. You got copy?
Yeah, hello.
So right there, you just lost it off a pit road there, but then your engine blew up. We're not sure exactly. You must have
I'm not
misshifted
sure exactly
something.
what I did. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what I did there.
Just blew up on you down the back straightaway.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Me and my teammates were trying to figure out what I did there.
Well, it stumped us here up on the booth, but unfortunately, you were having a pretty good day. Just made the pit stop there, but 15 laps to go. Your night's gonna be over.
Yep, it's over.
Well, we'll see you next week. I believe we go to Nashville next week, so we'll see you then.
Yep, I'll see you there.
So it's AJ Hudson, kind of the same thing we have no idea what happened. I mean, he was completely fine. You know, he spun out, but other than that, he was A-okay. But his night's gonna be over, unfortunately. He had a good qualifying actually too, and good heat race, but just unable to really never. About to go green here. Let's bring in Alex Harrison, also currently in first place all at the time. Into the finds him. He is right there. Right? Hello, Alex. You got this is the booth.
Huh? What?
The broadcast booth.
Oh, what about it?
Well, we'll get a quick interview here before you go back green, but about to go green with 13 laps to go. What's your game plan starting in first place?
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. I didn't even realize. All I heard was broadcast booth. I was so confused. I don't know. Hopefully I can get a good push from my teammate here, and we'll see what happens. I don't know. It's weird. You want to be on the top line on the straights, like, at all times, and if you're not, you're kind of screwed. So it's kind of like you don't want to pass on the inside because you want to be on the top on the straight. So I have no idea how this is going to go. Either I die or I don't. We'll see.
Good luck in the rest of your race here as we're about to go back green.
Appreciate it.
A quick little interview with Alex Anderson, who's going to be starting second. Actually, I said first, but he'll be second on the inside.
Yeah, we haven't seen anybody, or excuse me,
Who's
haven't
the
seen the leader
outside?
select the outside. Yeah.
Just,
As
I guess,
Anderson won his last start at Phoenix on the 19th last month. So he doesn't get as good of a start as Hoff does here. Just about the night we've seen the race leader on these restarts get way better start than the rest of the field. It's only been about once or twice where second place has been able to stay side by side.
also, he's going to slide
Anderson trying to clear
up.
him.
Oh, kind of
to
the
the
wall.
wall.
That's about Wilson, who's actually Alex Anderson's teammate there to get to his inside. That's what we were just talking about. Jacob Wilson up to fourth. Could be up to third here, entering the tunnel turn, as we've seen a lot of treacherous things happen here on all colder tires. As one driver slided up the racetrack, will they make it cleanly? looks like they might. As the top two pull away big time for the rest of the field. Those two out front all night long so far. As Molnick's trying to make his way back up to the front also. As Hoff way to the inside, breaking the draft here. And 12 laps to go. It's go time. As contact in the back, hard hit to the outside wall. That's going to bring up the caution here tonight on lap 11.
Or it won't.
Or not.
Stay green.
It's staying green. There's the caution flag though. As I believe that was Ruben Rodas destroyed that purple pink machine there. 62 of Albert Lopez got turned, I think, just on the front straightaway. Oh, it looks like side jump gone wrong. Dwayne Young just hooked Ruben Rodas into Albert Lopez. And major damage for both of those drivers. Because Dwayne Young was trying to side draft Ruben Rodas there. Ruben was trying to, I think, draft up to the guy up in front and just came down just a little bit. I think now Dwayne Young has a black flag for instant points also. So that's going to be a drive-through penalty for him. And Ruben Rodas also has a black flag, but it's kind of the least of his worries right now. Back under caution here. Gonna restart with 9 laps to go. We're gonna take a quick break, last break of the evening. We'll be right back before the green flag here at Pocono. As you're back here live at Pocono Raceway, coming to 8 laps to go here at the Trinket Triangle. And we will see what happens here. Can Hoff hang on for the next 8 laps? 24 turns for him to hang on here at Pocono. Anderson go back to back here at Phoenix and Pocono. Off into the top side. Another great restart for Timo Hoff. Jacob Wilson now has a good restart. As big blocks from Anderson. So Donnie Kaiser 3 wide for second behind. On turn number 1. There's a 3 wide for second as Jacob Wilson comes out in front. So Wilson now up to second. Can he take the race lead away from Timo Hoff down this back straightaway?
Hoff looking for his first win of the season. Right now, his best finish came last race at Phoenix. And that was a 6th place position finish for him.
Jacob Wilson having a good run here so far tonight in second. This big block behind Ryan Sauer getting blocked. So that was Isaiah Walters is way to the inside now. Has big sideways there for Danica on the inside of Alex Anderson. There's a big wreck there. Hard to the inside wall. Up the racetrack they go. And that's going to be a massive wreck down the back straightaway there. As that takes out a bunch of cars. Donnie Kite, Cameron Craig, Isaiah Walters. A bunch of other drivers involved there. Off for turn 1 there. Wow. That's absolute mayhem parking lot down the back. That might be...
It's one of the biggest wrecks I think we've seen on LRN.
Yeah, I mean...
This big of a field and just the walls close it in. They move these walls up in the reconfiguration much closer to the track, and it just allows to funnel these cars back onto the racetrack.
Let's start with Donnie Kite and Alex Anderson there. Those massive hits for all those drivers, and pretty much all those drivers involved were destroyed in that one.
The Kite has just had several finishes, 2 of his 3 finishes outside the top 15 so far this season. Got 4th place last race at Phoenix. Had a good run tonight, and just unfortunate. He's gonna have another.
A little tight. That's all that happened now for turn 1. No one had anywhere to go. Wow. And I don't know how many drivers are even left. As Timo Hoff is a leader. Molnix is pretty severely I mean, we might only have like 10 drivers that, maybe even less than 10 actually at this point in the race. I'm not really exactly sure what this what the timing line says. It says Michael James and Pit Lane's the leader. Obviously, that's not true, but I mean, it's set up with I think, a relapse shootout possibly here.
Ton, I'm wondering from a driver's standpoint, I know you've been in this position a lot throughout your career, gonna have a restart under 5 laps to go. What's your mindset of these drivers up front battling for the win here in this restart?
I mean, it's just different depending on what position you're in. Obviously, if you're Samuel Hoff, keep doing what you're doing. I mean, restarts have been perfect. I mean, the heart's pounding, these restarts, trying to get perfectly. I mean, just make it different, Obviously, your teammate Donnie Kite's out of this one. You don't really have any, I guess, quote-unquote, friends up here. But, Jacob Wilson, right now he's running up front. Second place, good points today. I just want to be a little conservative for him, just get a good point stay here tonight. A lot of damaged race cars, a lot of points. And for this season, there's a chase. So you just got to be top 12 at the end of it. And you have a chance to maybe fight for a championship. So really the points are all that matters here in this one. And if I'm like Ryan Sauer or Nathan Johnson back there a little bit further back and fit, honestly, you just got to hope for those guys to battle up front and maybe make some contact with each other, and just try to avoid it at the end. I mean, turn 3, last lap, I guarantee you some contact's going to happen to someone throughout the field.
So lights are off on the pace truck. As I do want to mention earlier on in the LCQ in that finish, came down to a photo finish. Nathan Fryer passed Coggin at the line. And exiting turn 3, he was behind Coggin, Fryer was, and he was able to pull the outside lane, side draft Coggin down the front straightaway, and he beat him by about a fender across the line. So don't count yourself out if you don't have that good of a run in 3, or at least on entry. It's not over till it's over. That finish in the LCQ was why. Just make sure you have as much of a gap as you can over second place if you're the leader in turn 3. Make sure you don't mess up. Let's see if this will be the final restart tonight. We're passing through the terminal turn. We've seen so many accidents here tonight in the heats and in this main event.
Now 3 laps out here. This pace truck is off. Out to go green here. As green flag is out, Hoff with another great restart and nailed it right there perfectly. As Jacob Wilson getting a good shove from Ryan Sauer on the bottom. Same with Nathan Johnson. Good 3-car tandem on the bottom. Johnson goes up top now. Side by side.
Multiple drivers out the field not having a good start. There's contact there for third.
That clears Wilson, so Wilson going to try to chase down Hoff down this back straightaway.
Already, this field's pretty splintered. So at least 3 drivers missed a shift there on the restart.
Zug almost in contact for second as Wilson and Houston.
Wilson thought he cleared him, but Wilson thought he cleared him, but able to get to the inside. Right there is Jordan Evans running near the wall, back in 8th place.
That's 2 laps to go. Hoff, 2.5 miles to make it to the white flag. Wilson only half second back now. Just got to work with Ryan Sauer. They got to work together to try to get up there. Sauer doesn't want to. He goes to the inside. But I think the only chance that they have is that they work together and bump trap each other. Back up to Samuel off. As caution flag flies.
Wow.
As the Wayne Young spun around. Michael James stops.
It's second time he spun earlier. I think he was our second, third caution of the night. He spun in turn 3. Let's see.
Yeah, 3-wide move there on the front straightaway.
Push gone wrong, trying to get around the slower car, and just gets hooked by the steering.
I don't think he got any damage there. as that was Albert Lopez in the 62, I believe. As he was trying to get around Kyle Rolinsky, who was a little slow. They just turned left with no regard, pretty much. And now Albert Lopez has a penalty for incident points, so he's got to serve that one under green flag condition. But Samuel off, he was looking home clear, or looking pretty clear out in front. Had to make it a few more miles to get to the white flag, but was not able to. As we're going to re-rack him back up with a green white checker now.
Then you're just so antsy, and now you have to do it all over again. Pressure's still building more and more. Just want to get over with, because I thought Hoff was just going to get away with that scot-free. Now he has to try to hit all those sparks again. Another chance for these drivers behind them. Get their act together, push each other up front. Hoff has had good restarts all night, being the leader. So I know Hoff was just trying to break the draft when it was serving, but I'm just concerned with that if you're just losing too much speed by wiggling the car around instead of just keeping it straight. Just gotta find that balance really. I know the draft is king down these straightaways, but you don't want to waste too much of your speed or momentum just trying to break the draft and wiggle your car around the straightaway.
Yeah, really, Hoff just needs to break the draft like you think. Been doing that well so far tonight. I mean, it's still a newer race car that most of the drivers probably don't have a lot of experience with. So, I mean, so we got to take that into account also. How hard can you shove someone in the corner? How much is a bump and run here and there? And, you know, how much can you draft up to someone in a short amount of time? I mean, those are questions that you probably need to be thinking about.
It's a bit of a race recap here for those of you just tuning in. Saw a few cautions early on in the first few laps of the race. Then we had a long green flag run, able to squeeze in a green flag cycle of pit stops. And just had caution come out, and then another one just a few laps later on the restart.
Kind of a cautions breed cautions type of situation there. But I think I believe we have 3 green checker attempts. I could be wrong. I'm gonna check real quick. But I believe it is 3 in total.
Double up now. Lights on the pace truck go off. Gonna restart with 2 laps to go here at Pocono. Race number 4 of the season.
And Alex Anderson out of this one. Well, he's in 10th place right now, but he has some damage though on his race car. That would be an amazing comeback for him if he can sit inside a top 5 spot. A lot of new faces in the top 10 up here with the big one happening late in this one.
Yeah, Hoff, winless on the season so far, hasn't scored a top 5 yet. 2 top 10s, currently 6th in points, 102 points behind our points leader, Daniel Rolnix. Coming off his best finish of the season, 6th place last race at Phoenix.
Yeah, he ran pretty well at Phoenix, and with him and Alex Anderson. He ran well at Phoenix last season also, but Pocono also, I believe the first track that we haven't been to. I think we went to Las Vegas last season. I'll have to check that real quick. Actually think about it, I don't think we did. But, so second new track on the schedule here at Pocono. Yeah, we did not go to Las Vegas last season, so we had 2 new tracks on the schedule with Las Vegas and Pocono. And Pocono being pretty much probably the biggest difference really track-wise, because Las Vegas is it's similar to Kansas, it's similar to Charlotte, Texas, kind of those types of racetracks. Not a little different, little characteristics, but Pocono, a whole different beast, and it's nothing like any other racetrack. Off with another great restart there as we take the green flag with the first corner checkout here tonight. And we go 3 wide once again for the second place behind. These guys have to work together quickly if they want to try to catch up to Hoff, because he's been gone pretty much after turn 1.
And they're not giving any inch. They all send it into the corner. 98
Sauer
backs
clears.
out.
Sauer clears. Wilson
crossover.
in third. Out. Well, they wreck behind. Looks like they make it clean through 1. As they're side drafting still for second. Sauer up top. He's going to clear into turn 2, the tunnel turn. He's only 3/10 behind Hoff now. Can you work together? Will these guys work together? That's the real question. Will they? They can, but will they?
I saw Ryan hit the wall there a little bit off it too.
Guys, comes to the white this time by. Will we make it? Yes, we will. Hoff in the race lead. Ryan Sauer in second. Chasing him down. And Wilson and Hudson with a good shove on the outside. They're tandeming up there. It's going to be a 4-car battle for the race lead. And watch out for Alex Anderson and Brian Marshall right here in 5th and 6th. You're not out of it that quite yet. Oh, they made the move in turn 1. A little bit of contact. Up the racetrack goes. Sauer on the wall. Wilson around. Harding inside while he goes. Up the racetrack. Everyone has to avoid him. And they do not. Oh, Taylor Pratt. Already damage for him, but out in front. Samuel Hoff still has the race lead. Ryan Sauer in second. Brian Hudson in third. And Alex Anderson up to 4th now.
Hoff, smooth sailing for him. Just had to keep his car as far away from second place as he can, and they wreck behind him off of 1. And he's going to come off turn number 3. He's going to pick up his first win of the season.
It's behind him. It's going to be Ryan Sauer and Ryan Hudson gaining second and third, but Hoff picks up his first win of the season here. Patti Engineering to 165. As death happens right there. What a win, though, for Samuel Hoff.
Yeah, and he's led 3 out of the 4 races he's been in this season. Or he's been in every single race this season, excuse me, but he's led 3 out of 4 races. And the only race he didn't lead was Las Vegas. Finished 28th, the only time he's finished outside the top 10 this season.
He's going to burn it down here in the front straightaway. A well-deserved win here tonight.
And he's gonna move up from 6th place in the points. Like I mentioned a few minutes ago, 102 points currently behind the leader, but let's see how far that gap closes.
Guys, we're going to take a quick look at our results as Samuel Hoff burns it down here on the front straightaway at Pocono. What a race it was here. The Patti Engineering 165 had to go a few more miles. I think 4 extra laps, which is 10 more miles, I believe, in total. So Here's your race results here for the top 10. Samuel in first, Ryan Sauer second, Ryan Hudson in third, Alex Anderson fourth, Brian Marshall fifth, Nathan Johnson sixth, Skylar Jones seventh, Jimmy Gegas eighth, Isaiah Walters ninth, Christopher Bush in 10th place. 11th will be Nathan Fryer, 12th, Jordan Evans, Jason Rushing 13th, Kyle Linsky 14th, Daniel Molnix, our points here, in 15th, Justin Goggin in 16th, Dan Rebark 17th, Hunter Sr. 18th, Albert Lopez 19th, and Travis Sheed in 20th. Jacob Wilson after his last lap, turn 1 crash, finishing in 21st. Unfortunate for him. Looking for a top 5 this season. Falls down to 21st. Lake McClung's 22nd to Wayne Young 23rd. Roger Thompson 24th. Tate LaPreda in 25th. Greg Martin 26th. Michael James 27th. Donnie Kite 28th. Cameron Craighead 29th. Nate Bogus in 30th. 31st was Cliff Adams. Travis Bieber 32nd. Ruben Rodas 33rd. AJ Hudson 34th. John Pearson 35th. Jerry Skinner 36th. Jeremiah Holt 37th. Brock Morris 38th. Kristen Swiner in 39th. And Michael Malm round out our 40-car field here tonight at Pocono. But the man of the hour, Samuel Hoff, we're going to bring him in for a quick interview here. Tonight's Patti Engineering 1-5. Drag him in the booth here shortly. Hello, Sam, you got a copy?
Hey, how you doing, Talon?
What a win for you here tonight. Talk us through those last few green white checkers and obviously last few restarts there. You pretty much were untouchable going down in turn 1.
Yeah, I was trying to change it up every time we went through that restart zone, trying to make sure that they could not predict when I was going to leave. Went early, went late, went in the middle on that last one, and my goal was get a big gap down into 1, run my line, and hopefully not have any challengers. Ryan got close on that last one with the white flag, but he overdrove turn 1 just a little bit. But man, am I happy to see a W in this win column and break up that revved up Rectum Racing 3 wins in a row to start the season. I'll take breaking up this one and moving on to hopefully Nashville where we can back it up.
Yeah, just talk us through this race of strategy. I mean, you kind of got a little lucky there with the caution coming out right after you pitted. Talk us through that one too.
Yeah, actually, I didn't really want to see that one. I'm going to be 100% honest. I wanted it to go green. I felt like I had jumped Anderson with the 2 tires. I think Anderson took none. I had 2. Felt like I probably could have covered him off pretty well, even if he got by me shortly. And then, but the caution came out. We were able to get back up front in the lead, and I don't think we relinquished it after that point. So, 00 Juicy Spider Network car, man. The crew did a great job today with it.
Anyone else you'd like to thank for tonight's win here at Pocono?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Patti Engineering, Tate Lupret for helping me out with my FOV, Donald Trump for being on the spotter box, doing a great job like always, and Juicy Spider Network for sponsoring the league and my team, and hopefully this is the first of many wins this season for this 00.
Yeah, congrats on your win here tonight at Pocono. We'll see you next week at Nashville.
See you in Nashville.
So Sam will hop our race winner. Will bring our second place driver of Ryan Sauer. See if we can find him in here. See if he is. I can see. So we can bring our third place driver. Hello, Ryan.
Hello?
You got a copy?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah. Finishing in third here tonight. What a result for you. Just talk us through your night overall on that final green white checkered.
Yeah, I mean, it really came down to that big wreck with like 5 to go or whatever it was, and I just, right place, right time. Everybody was spinning to the inside, and I just got around it. Put me in a good spot to end the day third. I think I was 4th on those restarts and First one I didn't time too well. We got another caution. Second one I timed a bit better, but I was a little easy going into one. Guys below me ran a little harder, so that was kind of hard to. It was hard to catch up to Sam after that, but it was a fun race. That was awesome. It was my first run with you guys. Super excited to keep going this season, and yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, and next week we go to Nashville. What are your thoughts on the Music City racetrack right there?
I I haven't taken any laps there yet, so it's time to get in the lab and start practicing.
Well, it's still a great result for you. You're at Pocono with the top 3 finish. Anyone I think for tonight's run?
Thank my teammate Albert with Savage House Racing. And thanks Sam for the paint. That was looking nice on the track. Congrats to him for winning. He's been good here all practice all week, so not surprised to see him finish first. But yeah, thank you guys for the interview. It's cool.
Congrats on your top 3 finish, and we'll see you next week in Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee.
All right, later.
That was Ryan Hootson in our 3rd place finisher. Sorry, I don't believe you. So, I guess I'll wrap up our interviews here for tonight. But overall, a really jam-packed race. We saw a green flag pit stop cycle, and then we saw a bunch of wrecks at the end, a bunch of wrecks at the beginning, kind of too, and the big one even. So kind of just a lot of different things happening there all at once, all in one race, pretty much.
Yeah, it's just really right place, right time. Track position really mattered to staying up front and making sure the people behind you weren't getting the runs, weren't pushing each other, and also right place, right time is just not getting caught up in somebody else's wreck as well. We saw a lot of drivers out, especially in the huge wreck at the end of the race there, but a lot of drivers, especially in turn 2, problem area like we've mentioned so many times here tonight, people getting caught up, something that they didn't cause. And yeah, it was just, I mean, you've mentioned it so many times tonight. This is really the standout racetrack, different from what we go to. And went a bit longer than we expected, but just a good start for Samuel. Gets his first one this season.
Yeah, it's definitely a big nose for him. And next week, Nashville, really different this one. And also, Nashville, a very unique racetrack in its own right, too. So, then we go to Watkins Glen, Darlington, Bristol, and then like so many unique racetracks coming up, pretty much. You don't go to an intermediate track till Legacy Atlanta for race 17. So
yeah, that's a few months away, all the way in the middle of June.
I mean, we go to Darlington, Knoxville, dirt track, Indianapolis, Talladega, Suzuka. There's so many unique racetracks coming up. So there's no more cookie cutter racetracks until pretty much the Chase. That's pretty much, and then the Chase is all kind of mixed up with some cookie cutters also, but gotta be really consistent here. I think these next 10 races are, there's a lot. I mean, I think the next 5 races will really make or break your season right here.
All right, up next here on LRN, Saturday we got Bolt Racing League Grand National Series Chase Race 3 at Watkins Glen. On Sunday, it's Stampede Racing League Juicy Spider Premier Series at Phoenix. Monday, 5 Points Racing League Turnkey Network Solution Series at North Wilkesboro. And then Bolt Tuesday Night Thunder at Legacy Atlanta. Wednesday here, like we mentioned, next Wednesday, Nashville Super Speedway. And exactly a month from now, the NAOR Cup Series Season 6 starts May 2nd.
Still waiting on the track and schedules for that one yet, but most likely will be next gen still. Still got a month to decide, I guess, but overall fun race here tonight, and we'll see you Saturday night for Chase Race number 3, I believe you said, on the road course at Watkins Glen.